Coming up, fast and reliable racing engines and truck exhaust that goes from mild to wild. Well, here on Motorhead Garage, we always say we love things that go, and well, we love things that make things go. These engines are all about high performance, and they come to us courtesy of Mike Lough. Now, Mike, what have you brought for us for show and tell today?
Well, today I brought two 388 cubic inch dart-based builds. These will both be around 2,000 horsepower engines once the turbos are on them and everything's set up. We've got an iron block build here. It's based off of a Dart SHP Pro block. Got Brodix cathedral port cylinder heads. This one's got a Dart center counterweight crank. The center counterweights give it more strength and better balancing. It's got Callie's rods and diamond pistons. These are both hydraulic roller engines, so there's no maintenance as far as lashing the valves like the old school stuff. These are very reliable and there are no problems with them. We use Johnson lifters and comp cams in them. Somebody can get into one of these at a reasonable cost compared to what they might think it might be. If they want to spend a little more money, they can go with an aluminum block, which would save them about 80 to 100 pounds off the nose. But with the power they make, they usually end up adding that weight back.
And you guys are about performance,
yes,
but reliability is a big thing with you.
Absolutely, yes. There's no reason to spend your money if it's not going to last. That's what we want to do.
What are some other reasons I need to go to Mike Lough for an engine?
We do all of our machining in-house. We do all of our part sales. We've got our website. We do them on the phone. We do whatever you want through messaging, emails, Facebook messages. People come to us because we're a small shop. There's two of us. We like to focus on quality, not quantity. And it allows us to form relationships with our customers. We're not just going to take your money and, well, we're done with you, go on. So we like to form relationships. We have companies that come to us. We've reached out to companies to help develop cylinder heads like these Brodix heads. We got with them and developed those. We work with Dart, all these companies. We work back and forth with them and bounce ideas off, and we go that route.
Well, you can do the research with the companies, but you're not depending on the customers to go out and test them and blow them up. You're actually going to sell them something that's reliable. How do you approach that when somebody comes to you and they want a combination that you haven't worked with before?
Well, there's not much we haven't worked with before. We've done a lot. We've done track testing relentlessly for years, for decades, on all kinds of combinations. The LS platform is something we really jumped into about 10 years ago. Started doing big high-power turbo builds, stock block builds. Got them, making big horsepower and living through the things that we were doing a little different than everybody else.
I love it. Let's talk about some of the stuff we have here on the table. What'd you bring for us here?
This is a 5.3, it's an L33 engine. It's a Gen 3 5.3 aluminum block engine, GM engine. This one will be going in a high RPM drift car. It's going to live on the rev limiter most of its life. They're going to run it hard. So we've got some things that we do different. I know other shops do the same things on some of this stuff, like we'll dial the main caps to keep them from moving. This engine, we just put these bolts in to hold the caps on here, but we'll stud this bottom end. We've got some oiling modifications that we do to redirect some oil in the block. It doesn't make it priority main oiling, but it does enhance the bearing life greatly because of how the oil is redirected.
I was intrigued by that. Tell me how that works. And it's sort of your signature, so you can't show it to me because you'd have to kill me. Yeah. But give me the basic idea here over on this engine.
Say you, just for discussion, you've got 80 pounds of oil pressure here. Well, throughout your engine, there are controlled leaks. There are clearances around your bearings, your lifters, through your push rods. Everything leaks oil to go back to the pan. Well, if you've got 80 here, you might have 20 to 25 here. Well, you don't want 20 up here, 25. You want 80 all the way across. So we redirect oil to where it goes to the front, not on these blocks, but on the stock blocks, where if you've got 80 back here, you've got 80 in the front, well, then it equalizes 80 across the whole main galley. So that just helps bearing life all across, so that's why we do that. And it's been proven to work. We've done it for a long time, 10 years, and it's been working great.
Tried and true. Now, speaking of tried and true, this one will get you how many horsepower?
This one will be a naturally aspirated build, so it will be 550 horsepower at the flywheel. But if we built one like this for a turbo application, we've got several customers that make 1,300 at the tire, 1,200 at the tire reliably. Hydraulic roller, 5.3s, 6 liters, iron blocks, aluminum blocks. We'll do them all.
What if I need more horsepower than that? Then I want to upgrade here.
That's time to step into that, and for just a little bit more, you can go with this block, and it's got billet main caps, splayed caps. It's got priority main oiling, so it's true priority main oiling. It oils the mains first, and then oils the rest, you know, the lifters and everything else. That way, it's getting full pressure to the bottom end. Also, you know, it's a stronger iron than your factory iron blocks, and it's got 6-bolt cylinder head capability, which on the real high horsepower builds like this one, you can see the extra bolts, the extra studs are for better clamping force on the head gaskets. So they'll handle more boost.
So you guys make tons of power, but you make it reliably, which is the key, and I love it. You can check them out at MikeLoughRacingEngines.com. And we will be back with more Motorhead Garage presented by Top Coat right after this.